Hey everyone, SparksPuck with another Stellar Blade video, and normally I do live commentary when I'm playing Stellar Blade, whether I'm streaming or whatever. I just kind of talk about it as I'm playing the game. I'm not going to do that for this one. I am recording my voice afterwards because if I used the actual in-game commentary, it would just be me swearing at this boss constantly, and no one needs to hear that. So I want to talk about 3 reasons why I think this is kind of a poorly designed boss fight, and none of them have to do with the fact that this is a challenging boss. And make no mistake, this is definitely a difficult boss, hence why I'm not using my original recording of the fight here. But the first one is that you're just locked into it and you can't go anywhere. So in most situations, you can like walk out into another room or go to another area, or there's some Naytibas there for you to fight right before the boss. And this allows you to build up your beta and burst gauges, and you just can't do that in this one. So you're just stuck here without being able to go like do anything else as a diversion. You can only do this until you beat it. You can't get in the elevator, you can't fast travel anywhere, and you can't build up your burst and beta gauges unless you do like a throwaway run against the boss and do it like every other run like that. So I think that's kind of a poor design. The other one is what just happened here. So the second thing is that the camera whips around a lot when the boss does certain things. Now, the thing about these 3 criticisms that I have is that it's not so much about the actual boss being poorly designed or its attacks or anything like that. It's sort of, it highlights other things that happen in the game that are sort of weaknesses of it. And generally I find the controls to be really tight in this game, and the camera system works well, but there are just certain things that it will do with boss fights specifically, where the boss will like change phases or you know, take some type of big action, like do some big super attack or whatever, and the camera just like whips around so you can't see anything, and it makes things really difficult to like time a dodge or know where you're at if you're trying to like run away from it or whatever. And so I think that's just like a really annoying kind of cheap thing. Like right there I just jumped, I got hit by the talons, and it kind of like whipped my camera up. The third thing is, I think what we'll see here in a little bit when she goes to the second phase. So I guess I'll just hold off on talking about that for a second. I actually got really good at the normal like parrying of her attacks. I know like her when she just goes slash slash slash. I got like very good at that, and the things that would kill me would be these like kind of weird other attacks that would happen, which just kind of got frustrating. I'm also still dedicated to not using tacky mode. This is a no tacky mode run because I feel like that's just sort of a cheap way to beat bosses, and I'm trying to like engage with all the mechanics as opposed to just like cheesing it. No shade at anybody who uses tacky mode, I get it, but that's just like not how I want to play it. I guess you could call this like a slight challenge run then, because I'm not allowing myself to use tacky mode for these bosses. But yeah, the third thing that I think is sort of bad about this boss fight is when we kind of get to the last phase of her, and she's going to do this like super attack where she jumps up into the air and starts charging for this like big attack that sends out all these beams of light, and you have to take out these 3 orbs that are around her, otherwise she does an insta-kill. Now that's sort of a thing that I have a problem with in general. Bosses in any game that have like insta-kill attacks I think are kind of annoying. You know, that's sort of a personal preference, I guess you could say. But she jumps up into the center and makes these 3 orbs. There's an annoying camera thing. And here's the attack that I'm talking about. And you have to shoot the 3 orbs in order to stop this insta-kill attack. At the same time, you're being attacked by these other random little attacks that are going. And this just really highlights the sort of clumsy controls of the gun. So it's never been good at any part in the game. It's like slow and awkward. It's not at all as tight and smooth like the rest of the controls in the game when you're in third-person combat, or like you would see in other actual shooters. And so being forced to use this sort of clumsy shooting mode while you're under threat of being hit by an insta-kill, I think is not good. And again, it's more of an issue with the, just something they've done in the game rather than this specific boss fight. But you get forced to interact with these three things. These things are just kind of like highlighted when you're doing this boss fight against this unidentified Naytiba. But overall, still a cool fight. I definitely don't think that oh, it's a bad game because of this or anything like that. And it was really satisfying to finally beat this unidentified Naytiba. And looking forward to the next boss challenge. And this was definitely the most difficult fight yet. Alright, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream.